guys, here for another Versus video. I'm here with, who are you?
Legacy Open champion, Josh Cho.
Josh Cho.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought it was like Jason Cho or something. I don't know. Oh, yeah.
No, it's great to finally get 2 Legacy Open champions here in one of these Versus videos. That's pretty good.
I've actually never won Legacy Open.
Oh.
So.
Is it too late to get somebody else?
Yeah.
All right. Well, best of luck to you, sir. Let's get on with this die roll here.
All right. So I'll take the play.
6, huh?
Easy. And I'll take the play.
Very easy. All right. Good luck, brother.
I'm feeling good about this. I pretty much always lose the die roll. So. All right. I'm gonna play this, and we're gonna go ahead and crack it for a scrubland. And Thought sees you.
Well then,
down to 17.
All right. Well, this is painful to show on camera. Ugh.
So go ahead and take that Silver Gill add-ups.
This one?
That one right there.
All right.
So you have Spell Pierce Lord and 4 lands. Okay.
All right. You good?
I'm good.
Okay. You want me to keep these face out?
Oh yeah, sure. That'll help.
Get this out of here.
That's actually like a permanent that's now in play.
Is it?
Yeah.
Then I can't possibly win.
Every turn I just cast it again.
All right. So with this hand, I'm really worried about you just like going turn 2 Stoneforge Mystic on me. So I got to kill your scrubland here. You're good.
Right. That's a pretty good one. Go ahead.
Pass turn.
Go.
Yes.
Yes. Super unfortunate. We would have definitely, if we had been able to put this out there, we would have been able to draw out of this pretty easy. But
all right. Silver Gill Adept, reeling Lord of Atlantis.
Had it, yeah.
Yeah, the entire
time.
So
let's check and make sure there's one in his graveyard. Yeah.
Your go.
Brainstorm.
All out.
All right. And we're dead. So.
Good thing you won that die roll, huh?
Yeah, yeah. Man, it's pretty irrelevant there. Go ahead.
Okay. Oh, you were gonna love this, dude. Mutavault. Stand still. Attack.
All right, 15.
Your go.
Go to discard?
Sure.
Go. Yeah, so this hand pretty much was amazing, but we had 0 land in like the top 40 cards of our deck, so at 11.
Pass turn.
Discard.
So is that very timely wasteland is what you're telling me?
Yeah, that may have done a number on us.
I'm not gonna lie, the hand came pretty good after that thought sees. Get in there for 6.
I'm at 5.
Pass the turn.
And we're dead. All right. It was a well-fought game from both sides.
It was. Good job. Good effort.
Yeah.
All right. We are right back in it.
Oh, God. Okay.
Ish.
Is it good?
It's okay. It's keepable.
All right. I'm going to get an Underground Sea and play Deathrite Shaman.
Sure.
So, yeah, if you want to go ahead and waste that Underground Sea, be my guest.
Seems less good than it was before.
Yeah.
All right. Very strong.
Ooh. All right. Aether Vial might have been a little scary. A 1/1 into my...
Into your 1/2.
What's the power toughness on Deathrite? Is it...
It's not even a real magic card.
When you play a Lord next turn, though, you'll be able to swing in. So
yeah, for sure.
It's all good. Boom. Sure. Old Bobby.
Uh-oh. We're in trouble, boys.
Go ahead.
You have the day's protection with your Deathrite Shaman. It does so much work.
Deathrite.
Right on time.
Yep.
Hopefully your Dark Confidant just kills you. That's my out here.
It's
here you go.
Definitely okay. All right. Definitely 100% reasonable. I'll take 0. definitely not going to actually happen, but interesting. So I really want to like just do this, but actually just doesn't do anything here because of that freaking curse catcher. Actually,
So strong, so strong.
he is strong. I think we're gonna do this, and make him do the old back Liliana. Huh?
Let's see here. And you have 4 cards in hand, is that right?
I do.
That Dark Confidence is going to be the death of me.
Or the death of me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One or the other. All right.
I think with this card, it'll probably hopefully be the death of him. But
All right. So we're going to pay 1. Pitching Standstill, because Standstill's beyond useless at this point.
all right, so you get a 19.
So I have Lithos at 19 all.
Yep, it is 19 all. It does counter Liliana. And so go ahead and just pass the turn off here.
Okay.
Don't want to attack our confidant into his.
Yeah. What about the Death
1/1.
Heart Shaman? Don't care.
Well, I want to hold it back because I'd rather, if I attack here, then you can attack me with this.
Yeah.
It would be trading 1.
That's fine.
I'd rather not.
Had it.
Okay.
Lord.
All right. So
Get it for 2.
I'll take 2. I'll go to 17.
All right. And the race is on.
Jace. Flowstrand. So
Man.
far, so good.
I picked my pen up in anticipation of you actually taking damage.
Ha.
Silly me.
Foolish mistake.
It was. It really, really was.
Unfortunately, our hand is actually just pretty much 100%
Terrible?
bad. All right. This card. Yeah. We'll play Umazawa's Jits.
Main deck, huh? Shenanigans. Sure, that's fine.
Okay. Yeah, it definitely is pretty fine. I'll put it onto Deathrite. I'm putting it on Deathrite instead of Bob because I actually want to keep my Bob. So if he blocks, it's better if it's on Deathrite.
And there's no way that I can't. But I absolutely have to block here, because otherwise you just get, your Jit gets out of control there.
Yep.
Unfortunately. So
All
we're
right.
gonna block here.
All right. So I get 2 counters. I'm gonna use one of them to kill that guy, and then I actually don't need to use this one to kill the curse catcher yet. So.
Correct.
But I do need to use the one to kill that guy because he has damage on him from combat. So, and then we'll ship it back to you. And Jit can also gain us life, which offsets our Dark Confidant. So, assuming we draw like reasonable cards here on out, not these.
I hope you keep on drawing the unreasonable cards. That would make my life much better. All right. So we have a couple different options here. Obviously, the Jit complicates things, but not terribly. Like if he's casting Jit on turn 4, like again, even without him telling me that his hand's not great, I've got to make a play someplace. So what we'll do here is we'll go ahead and cast another Merfolk.
Sure.
And then pass the turn.
Okay. Reasonable. All right. So let's see what Bob does for us. Oh, it's a pretty good one. I'll
Okay.
gladly take 1 damage there. Go to 16.
Now we're in trouble.
And this is also a pretty sweet one, but we don't want to play it quite yet. Go ahead and play this Wasteland. I'm going to attempt to Swords to Plowshares your guy.
You have
Your
4
lord.
cards. Yeah.
I have 4, yep.
Yeah, having that Dark Confidant that early without me being able to answer that is really what's taking us out of this game. But I could just sacrifice my Curse Catcher to it just for maximum value. But we'll go ahead and do this here.
All right, so he's exiled. I'll go to 21. Or you go to 21.
Correct.
Now I'm going to remove this to kill that guy so that we can equip.
Yep. So you had a number of different ways to kill my guy and swing in with Bob, but you chose that one.
Yeah, but do that and like get in here. That way we can get 2 free Jit counters.
Yep. So I'll go to 19.
Yep, and it's your go.
All right.
So that
Well,
stand still off the top.
no, just more relevant cards the turn. Like again, it wouldn't have mattered last turn, but all right. So Silver Girl Adept, revealing
Sure.
Silver Girl Adept.
Sure,
Does that resolve?
it does.
All right, I'll draw a card.
Acceptable.
Wasteland. We're in a pretty tight spot here, but let's see what happens. I'll pass the turn.
All right. See what Bobby has for us today.
No, nope. We are still very much in trouble. Just during your upkeep, I might as well blow this. I'm not going to be doing anything with it. Yeah, you have double up of everything. I'll take your underground sea.
Sure. Alright, so I'm going to start by offing that guy.
Yep.
Getting him in for 2.
All right,
17.
17.
2 more counters on the Jets. I'm going to cast.
What set is that from?
This is the Judge.
Oh, okay.
The Judge promo.
Really?
I'm going to cast Jace.
To add further insult to injury. At least I was decent enough to end the game in a timely manner. What's going on here?
Hey man, this guy gets in for 2 a turn. It's a 10 turn clock. It's reasonable.
All right. So what are you going to be doing with Jace here?
I will go ahead and brainstorm.
Sure.
1, 2, 3. Let's go ahead and put him back like this. That way we don't take damage from Bob. And I'm going to cast Deathrite.
Yep.
And I think it was important. I just want to note that I want to cast Jace before Deathrite because if he has days, I want to make sure.
Pay for it.
Yeah, I want to make sure I can pay for the days on Jace first. And if he days his Deathrite, that's fine. Like we're late enough in the game. So go ahead.
Bold words from a bold man. All right. Silver Gill Adept. Revealing
Resolves. There's a lot of X1s you got over there.
I know, it's so many. Go.
All right. Go ahead and take 0.
Lucky.
Draw.
It's like you planned that.
It almost is. I'll brainstorm with Jace.
Yep. He's in constant attack position there.
And yeah, he's
we know where it's
comes
going.
into play tapped and attacking. Doesn't really matter too much, but we're just gonna put I guess we'll put these 2 back for this. Kill him off. And so you're at, what are you at right now?
I'm at 17.
17.
Still winning on life total.
I'll try cast a Batter Skull.
Resolves.
All right, let's put a Mike Flores into play.
Okay.
Now that we have him like so close to being dead, I'm actually gonna start to get maybe a little bit greedy here. But I'm gonna pump my Dark Confidant +4/+4, attack for 6.
Yeah, there's nothing that I could.
Yeah.
Really, there's nothing that would be coming out of Merfolk that would deal with that. So it's a very, very safe play.
Yeah. And also, I have Jace to bounce a guy, etc. So.
So be going to 11, and plus you get those 2
counters right back. Yeah.
Yep.
That also puts him down to dead on board.
Yeah.
So.
All right.
Go ahead.
Eighth of Vial.
Sure.
You're going.
End step, I'll get an Underground Sea. And I will or bonus. Yeah, an Underground Sea is fine. I'm going to attempt to eat your Force of Will. Do 2 to you.
Yep, go to 9.
And go ahead and flip off of Bob. Take 1.
Yes.
I don't think it's necessary, but I'm going to cast Thoughtseize just to make sure that there's no shenanigans afoot.
Let's see. I'll Spell Pierce.
I'll go ahead and pay 2. Okay, sure. I'll take the Curse Catcher.
Yep.
I'll go ahead and attack, and I'll pump Confidant and deal 10.
Deal 10, huh?
Yep.
Rats. So we needed you to flip Emrakul
Yeah.
off the top there.
To be fair, I think Draco would have done it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. All right. Those were both pre-board games. We're going to come back with some sideboarding changes and then post-board games.
All right. Mine's fairly straightforward about what I want to be sideboarding in. Because you have Swords of Plowshares, Path of Exile, a bunch of spot removal. Keurig Great Glass Spinner is going to be pretty good against that, especially Snapcaster. Multiple ways to to bring back removal as well as have that removal on the spot. Dismember is also really good against your Bobs, your Deathrite Shamans that did so much work for you that game. Like,
yeah,
I mean,
for sure.
you saw how that turn 2 Bob, like I had no answer and I was just dead regardless of how poorly the cards were that you were drawing initially.
Right.
But
like
because you were drawing so many.
Eventually I was just drawing so many cards it didn't matter. Like.
Yeah. And because I'm going to be on the play, I think Spell Pierce is pretty bad, especially, again, I'm seeing what you're taking out, but normally speaking, these particular decks, you're going to be taking out your more expensive spells, your Jaces, your Lilianas, really the things that I'd be worried about spell piercing. Because I am on the play, the option is of taking out Force of Will or Daze. I'd probably swap it back and forth if I was on the draw. I'd probably, leave in the Force, take out Dazes, maybe even work some member with the Spell Pierces. But I feel pretty comfortable that these are the 4 that I want out of my board in the deck against you, and I'm fine with taking these 3 out.
Yeah, I think that seems fine to me too. Like I like the Daze on the play, Force on the draw plan.
Yeah.
Daze on the draw is a little mediocre. As for myself, like these are the 5 cards I want. I'm not 100% sold on Vindicate, but it is just like, I mean, it's pretty expensive, but it does still like kill a Lord or a Mutavault or a Vial if I need to. So.
Or a Standstill for max value.
Yeah, Vindicate the Standstill. Maybe like in response to the sack trigger, like Disenchanted or something. Yeah.
And so again, you're like we were saying before about me taking out Spell Pierces, you're taking out your Planeswalkers, your Jaces, your Lilianas.
Like Liliana is like 3 mana, destroy target curse catcher, which is like pretty bad. So I'm not like I definitely don't want Liliana, and I actually like Jace. I still have 1 Jace in my deck. I think Jace is a good way to clean up a game that's like pretty even or pretty stabilized.
Yeah.
Like to ensure that I can't lose that game. But at the same time, it's like very slow, and if I'm like behind, I don't want Jace.
Yeah.
So, and then Counterspell too. I don't like a card that costs 2 mana as a reactive answer to your stuff that
costs 1 and 2 mana.
Costs 1 and 2 mana or comes in via Aether Vial.
Yeah.
So, and then I just want as much removal as possible. And Snapcaster Mage, in my opinion, is the best card in this deck against Merfolk. So.
Yeah. And again, Vindicate gives you another answer out against Aether Vial. It's a little bit slow, but by the time you get to Vindicate mana, my Aether Vial will have like 2 on it, so I might be able to flash an A-Lord. So it's still a pretty reasonable answer.
It is, yeah. So.
All right, let's get to it.
This hand is interesting, to say the least. I think this is a definite keep, but could be vulnerable to an Aether Vial if he were to have such a card. I think this hand's good against him, but it's a little like slow and do nothing.
Well, hold on. Before you get into your whole spiel, I'm on the play, so I got to figure out if I'm going to keep this. It's reasonable. I mean, there's only 20 lands in the deck, and so we have some reasonable options here. Especially because I think this is going to be so good against him that I think I'm inclined to keep. So we'll give it a shot. We'll see how it goes.
Okay.
About yourself? You're good?
Oh, I'm keeping this.
Oh, geez, I'm dead.
Nah.
All right, Aether Vial.
Sure. Tundra. Go ahead.
Upkeep.
Yep.
Mutavault?
Sure.
Go ahead.
Okay. Sure. Go ahead.
Upkeep.
So draws have been less than stellar this game, but
they've been okay.
Hopefully.
Activate Mutavault.
Sure.
Attack for 2.
I will. Some Sword Splasher is it?
I guess right here, what we'll do is we'll go ahead and violin Silverglade Adept.
Okay.
Draw a card.
Sure.
Yep, it's good.
Alright, so you gain 2.
I will go to 22. And I'll pass the turn to you.
Alright. Draw. Interesting. We'll go ahead and crack this. I'm gonna get a Scrublands.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Deathrite Shaman.
That's pretty good.
That's what I'm hoping. It is your go for that.
Alright, so with him being this land light. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, I don't really want you to get ahead, but assuming that I don't know what you have, I might as well untap. Leaving it on 2 because most of my things, well, all the lords and Silver Gilly Adepts cost 2 anyways.
Right.
Alright. That changes things pretty good. Alright, so first off, we'll attack for 2. Because there's very, very
No
little
blocks.
chance that he's going to be blocking there.
18. We don't want to block or use any of this yet because we want to see what happens first.
17.
You're right, 17.
Yeah. Cheater. We'll go ahead and Vapor Snag your Deathrite Shaman.
Ooh, spicy. Alright, go to 16.
And we'll Wasteland your Scrubland. Pass turn. Got a Brainstorm there
It's
to lock
possible we
yourself
should
out.
have cast this on this. But in fact we probably should have, but I guess we'll see. Draw.
Yet another game of uninteractive Magic.
Pretty much. Go to my discard step.
Yep.
Discard Jace.
Again, showing its true value in this
Yep.
matchup.
So I mean we've gotten pretty unlucky these 2 games where we've kept
6-2.
I'm actually going to cast Swords of Plowshares on it.
That's fine. So I'll go up to 23.
It's actually 24.
24.
Secret to its power, yeah.
I play Mutavault and then pass the turn.
Okay. Go ahead. So he seems a little creature light. Let's
Another
have to
one?
Path Exile it.
Yep.
At least he's not really putting a lot of pressure on us, which is nice. But at the same time, like we could use a land at some point. Would be pretty sweet. So.
Lands are overrated. How many do you run in there?
23.
23. So I need to start drawing more wastelands before he starts drawing more lands. Alright, I'm going to be done after that.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yes! Some valuable play testing that we're getting from this right here.
So, I mean, this doesn't really happen very often for the most part, but we've just been pretty unlucky these games.
14.
Keeping a couple lands on the draw and then just this many draw steps later and not drawing lands. I will go to discard.
I will take it.
I think we discard. We probably discard this. I don't want to. Like it's reasonable to think that at some point we'll hit the lands we need. So I don't want to discard this yet because we may need this later in the game, even though it's pretty expensive. So it seems unlikely that we'll spend a turn casting this. So
Okay. To be fair, it is pretty fortunate that I drew all 4 Mutavaults. Alright, return. Interesting. Okay. So, we have a number of different options. The best one being, we can either get in for 4 this turn, but set up for more damage next turn. But I think I kind of like doing this so we can leave some mana up for him. So play Rudery.
okay,
Activate Mutavault.
sure.
Swing for 3.
Go to 11.
And I'll pass turn to you.
Go ahead.
One of these days we'll have a real game of Magic going. Alright. Activate.
Yep.
Attack.
Yep. Down to 3.
Yep. Swing it for 8. It's going to be your go.
And we're done here. So
Nothing to see here, folks. just two decks drawing extremely poorly and one just being slightly less poor.
All right, we're back again. I'm gonna keep this hand. It's a little sketchy, but and I know after the previous two games, like maybe I don't want to keep a hand like this, but I still think that this is a reasonable keep. I would keep this. I'm not gonna get gun shy based on the events of the last games.
Okay.
So.
All right. It's a reasonable hand. Like we have, reasonable land drops, a little bit of protection, as well as a way to draw cards and get some creatures out on the board there. Like I was saying before, when we were shuffling up, I don't know if you guys got this, but I did board out on one of the dazes for a Force of Will, just because I'm being on the draw and the daze is really bad. But yeah, I'll keep. Let's get this started.
All right, that's right. Go for it.
Let's see here. I don't know if I can allow that to resolve. Okay. So we're gonna Force of Will.
Okay.
Coral Helm Commander.
Okay. We're at 19. Go ahead. Evolve.
Curse Catcher. Go.
Okay.
Whee!
119. I'm gonna cast Bob. I'm not sure what land I'm getting at. I can see an argument for like a basic island to play around Wasteland, but at the same time, I think it's best to get like a white land and just if he has Wasteland, he already has a Wasteland target. So I think we might as well just get a Tundra here.
Yeah.
Although. Yeah, we'll get a Tundra. So
seems very reasonable there.
Go ahead.
Oh, Bobby.
Don't dismember me, bro.
I can't at the moment, but we'll play Mutavault. Silvergill Adept revealing one of our lords.
Okay.
Alright, draw for Silvergill. And again, if he's I'm more than willing to offer up my Curse Catcher for your Dark Confidant here.
I will go to 18. So.
Alright, I have life totals at 19 to 18.
Yep.
Let's let Dark Confidant start doing some damage.
1.
Dang it.
17. Draw.
It's one of the bonuses of siding out your Jaces and your Lilianas.
True. We're gonna start with a Ponder.
That's fine.
Okay.
Again, I'm not willing to sacrifice a guy just to make him tap a land.
We're pretty happy with this Ponder. We definitely want to set it up like this, and that lets us cast the cards in our hand and also set up our Dark Confidant trigger. So we will keep them. Draw this. And we'll play this. We know he has a Lord, so if he has an island, he can play that next turn. That would prevent us from being able to block. We would take a decent amount of damage, but I'm gonna assume we're probably not blocking with Dark Confidant, because of that. So I'm actually willing to attack here for 2.
Okay, so because we know that he has the Death Ward Shaman in there, the Attack with Dark Confidant is pretty troubling. It means that he's comfortable enough with how his deck is set up that he's not worried about if I overflow the board with creatures, which leads me to believe that he has. There's a reasonable chance that he has Supreme Verdict somewhere either in his hand or off his ponder. And he also could be playing mind games with me with his ponder, saying he's setting up his Dark Confidant. But I don't think that the damage is going to be particularly relevant. So as odd as it is to pass up a chance to trade a Dark Confidant for a Silvergull Adept, I think what I'd rather be doing is to apply more pressure to him. So I'll take the 2 damage.
Okay, so you go to 17. We're willing to offer that trade because of basically like cards like this in our hand that make that trade worthwhile. We're gonna just cast Deathrite Shaman then.
Yep.
Instead of this, I think this might be a little too greedy. So go ahead.
Okay. Right.
Does he have the island?
So he's fairly committed to this board here. So there's basically 3 different options that we have this turn. If we're worried about him having, some removal spells, we can do this, or this. Or if we're worried about Supreme Verdict, we can try to take him off of that and then get in for 4. I'm not terribly worried about the 1 blue that he has up again because Curse Catcher is doing some work there. Again, with the way that he's got Dark Confidant and Deathrite Shaman, again, that makes us being able to play around, Supreme Verdict very, very unlikely. So I think that our best bet is to actually cast our Lord here.
Yep.
And then get in for some damage.
All right, so we take 5.
Yep.
Puts us at 12.
And then we say go.
Okay. Dark Confidant flips this.
Yep.
We take 0. Draw for turn. Play it. And I think our play here is to actually just let's see, do we want to attack with Dark Confidant? I think we actually hold Confidant back here. Yeah, I think we just pass the turn, actually, is our play here.
Okay. All right. So we can reasonably assume that he does have either a path or a swords. Because again, he was willing to trade a Dark Confidant for a Silvergull Adept, but he's not willing to do the same for something that's much more troubling for him. So that you can reasonably assume that he's got some way, if I make a bad attack, then he can just get in there with Dark Confidant. So what we're going to try to do is to bait some stuff out of his hand first by casting Cura.
Yeah, we'll respond to the Cura with
Yep.
swords on the...
All right, so I'll jump up to 19.
Yep.
All right. Cura resolves?
Let me think for a second. Yes, Cura resolves.
Okay. So, know that we're swinging in with this adept because I'm not terribly worried about anything that could happen from that. So we'll go ahead and do this.
So I'm gonna go ahead and brainstorm here.
Yep.
I just want to see what I'm dealing with before I decide whether or not I want to block. So, okay. The fact that he attacks with the Adept here makes me think that he doesn't have another Lord in his hand, or else he might sit back on it and play the Lord, and wait for like the following turn to play his Lord.
Either that or I'm just really dumb.
That's possible too, but I mean, I don't know.
You're giving me way too much credit, brother.
This is a tough one. So I think we're going to put the cards back like this. And I think we're going to just actually take the damage from... So we don't actually want to draw this card. We don't want this card. But we do want to draw this card off of this. So I think we're going to put these two back like this.
Yeah, and then upkeep you can crack your Delta if you want to draw a fresh card from that just to make sure.
Yeah, after the Dark Confidant trigger, we'll probably do that.
Yep.
So, yeah, we'll go ahead and... This might be greedy, but we'll go ahead and take the 2, go to 10.
Okay. Got you good. Not really.
And are you done after that?
No.
Okay.
So, Brainstorm is an interesting card, especially with Dark Confidant. What makes it so good is, again, you get to set up your future draws with that. He's got access to a million mana here. So, I mean, we could try to get cute with this Wasteland that we have. Obviously, having something like Dismember would be perfect in this spot. Well, not perfect, because he still can crack with the Delta. I mean, we could try to get cute and crack to kill his Delta here to make him shuffle away the top card. You could try to take his Tundra to make him, but even if we take his Tundra, you know, he still has a fetch land plus Deathrite Shaman in order to get that out of the way. Let's see here. Again, the additional mana does us no good at the moment, because again, it doesn't produce additional blue for the Lords. But let's see here. I think we're going to have to get fairly lucky to take this game. So I'm going to go ahead and crack the Delta and hit your Delta.
Okay. I'll go ahead and crack it in response.
Yep.
Go to 9. I'm going to get... This may be mistake, but I'm going to get the Trop, actually.
Okay.
That lets our Deathrite start activating to gain life, which could be very relevant this game.
Yep.
And we could actually do so right now, but I actually think I want to, now that we don't know our top card anymore, I'm going to cast Snapcaster Mage.
Yep.
Choosing Brainstorm.
It's pretty good.
And I'm going to exile Wasteland. Flashback Brainstorm.
You got it.
Okay.
So our whole thing about being cute to try to make him take an additional 1 or 2 damage from Dark Confidant kind of blew up in our face a little bit.
So this is actually a really awesome card to draw, even like with this.
Why would you say that? It's terrible for me.
Because this actually lets this do double duty, and I'm actually like really happy to see that. So that was pretty sweet. We're going to stack it like this, these two, and then we will take our turn.
Yeah, one of the things that we could have considered there is, again, cracking Curse Catcher to counter the Brainstorm at that point, but I don't know. Like, my best bet is to actually draw a Lord here, and so I definitely want to have additional creatures out there that's capable of getting it for a couple points of damage.
So we're at 9 life here, so we have to be like respectful of our life total. Let's see.
Block.
I want to cast this card, but it seems a little risky to do so, because that would put us at 7. But if he has a Lord in his hand, I think we're in some serious trouble. So I'm going to go ahead and take the pain and Thoughtseize you. Take your Kira.
Yep.
See this Island Kira.
And again, the life loss is a bit mitigated again because that's another creature that you can get with Deathrite Shaman,
Right.
getting your trop. So again,
Exactly.
it's a bit of a calculated risk, but I can't really punish you immediately unless there's a Lord right off the top. Again, it would have been really bad for him if he didn't cast Thoughtseize and I did have a Lord in my hand and just went to town on him next turn.
Granted, like I had said earlier, my assumption was that he didn't have a Lord based on his Silvergill Adept attack, and that was actually correct, but I still don't want to, like,
Take the risk.
Take the risk of that. Like, it could have just been, like, you could have had a different reason for making that play or something, so.
Again, giving me way too much credit.
I'm going to play Stoneforge Mystic.
Oh, that's pretty good.
I'm going to search up Jits.
Jit, huh? Oh boy. Casting Jit.
I don't think so.
Right. Are you sure?
Oh, I'm sure.
Well then.
Yeah, we're not going to cast Jit. Basically, I want to just use Deathrite's ability.
Yep.
And I think casting Jit here is unnecessary. He has a Kira anyway, so we're not exactly like... we can always cast it next turn, so...
Rats.
We know he doesn't have a counterspell. I'm just going to say go.
Okay, and again, the reason that casting Jit would have been bad for him is because, again, if I ripped a Lord, I could play my Island, activate Mutavault, and attack with a bunch of evasive creatures, and not let him...
I would die, yep.
Deathrite Shaman there. Ooh. That is interesting. So we know he has a Jit. So we are in a little bit of trouble. First off, we're going to play an island because he already knows about that, so there's no downside of us playing it here. Let's go ahead and swing for 2 in the air.
Okay, I'll go to 5.
Have him go to 5.
I'm reasonably happy that that's all that happened there.
Yeah. And then we're going to pass the turn to you.
Alright, end of your turn, I'm going to activate Deathrite Shaman,
Okay.
exiling Kira.
Alright, so in response, what we're going to do is we're going to pay 4 life and dismember his Deathrite Shaman here.
I had a feeling that would happen, yeah. Alright, so you drop to 15 and I go to 7.
So again, this prevents him from gaining an additional 2 life off the Deathrite Shaman there, and also turning his Dark Confidant into potentially a win condition for us. It's going to be your turn.
Okay. We'll take 1 off of Dark Confidant.
Yep.
Go ahead and cast Jit.
Yep.
I'm going to crack this, go to...
5.
Yes. Get... I think we'll get a Scrublands.
Okay.
I'll equip it to the Bob.
Okay.
And I will attack. I'm
Okay.
fine if he wants to trade the Bob. The damage he's doing to us at this point could get dangerous.
Yeah. So there's 2 things that we can consider here, because again, the Dark Confidant was one way that we wanted to potentially get him low on life, but again, we do realize that his converted mana cost of his average card is not going to be very high. The other thing is we're basically going to be trading a 2-for-1 here if we block with Curse Catcher on Dark Confidant, because you can use the first activation of Jet to bypass Kira's shield ability and then kill our Silvergill Adept. But I think we're fine on that because it gives us an out if we draw a 2-mana Lord at this point. The other downside to that being, again, is we don't have additional protection again with his Wasteland. That makes it pretty tough. The other option that we could have would be to be activating Mutavault here and then potentially blocking. So unless he wants to Wasteland us before that, it gives us more options for that. So I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and activate Mutavault.
Okay.
All right.
You can block.
Okay. So again, if he doesn't want us to do that, that makes us have to rethink our options here. So if he's willing to trade, if he's not willing to trade his Wasteland for our Mutavault, that is potentially worrisome. Okay. We'll go ahead and block here.
Okay, they'll trade off. 2 counters on the Jit. And I'll pass the turn to you.
Okay. Yuck. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Alright, tap for 2.
Okay, we'll take it and go to 3.
Pass turn.
Alright, so we'll activate Stoneforge.
No! Yeah, we're pretty dead here.
So, yeah, basically what I was saying earlier, like, we drew this Batterskull off of our Brainstorm, and I had the Stoneforge, and I was like, this lets us search up this Jit, and then still, like, we can maybe, like, get you with that, like, so.
Well, I mean, by getting me, I mean, I couldn't deal with the Jit in the first place, so
Yeah.
I can't deal with the Batterskull either.
Exactly.
So. Alright, so this puts our plan of racing right out of the picture there, which is pretty unfortunate.
We're going to go ahead and activate Jit to the Germ and attack.
Yeah, there's no good way around this. We're pretty dead, but let's play this out. Yeah, he can. With the first, yeah, you could kill Kira after blocks, and also snipe my Silverdale Adept too.
It's very true.
we are in a world of hurt here. So I guess we're just not gonna block and hope that he misses what we just discussed out loud.
Okay.
For the camera.
So you go to 11, I go to 7.
7.
I get 2 more counters on this.
Yep. Yep. In a world of hurt.
Probably no reason to use it right now, but I think we're fine to just pass the turn here.
Okay. Yeah, we're very, very dead.
Okay. Yeah. Yep.
All right, so let's give this a shot. Again, it's not perfect, but let's see what comes of it.
Yeah, this hand's fine, but yeah, we'll see.
8th file.
Sure.
Go.
Draw. Interesting. I'm actually going to lead with this instead of this because based on the way our hand is, like, we're not actually going to be doing anything with these for, like, a little bit. So I think we're better off just leading with the Thoughtseize here and maybe, like, strip his turn 2 play.
All right, so that's not great for us, but because we have no other action, so we are forced to daze this.
Okay. Go ahead.
Huh. Very interesting. Go.
Draw. Now, I know that main phase brainstorming is kind of a new play, but we're going to make it here. So.
Yeah, me.
Good?
Yeah, that's fine.
Mostly because, like, we don't have a lot of action going on. So, and we want to crack this Delta this turn anyway to cast this. So, we might as well, like, use all our mana and get, like, full use of the brainstorm now. And we have this if we need to. So, I actually want to keep this card because there's one card in his deck that this actually becomes relevant against. So I don't want to pitch that. I do want to pitch, I think, these two. Yeah, we're gonna pitch these 2 cards here,
And
then
Delta.
we're gonna crack this, get a scrub.
A scrub.
No, I'm actually gonna get another underground seed and then play Deathright Shaman.
19. Yeah.
I'm at 19 because the Thought Seize was countered. So. And it's your go after that.
All right. End of turn. We're gonna go ahead and dismember this Deathright Shaman.
Okay.
So we'll go 16.
Yep.
Upkeep. Tick up to 2.
Sure.
Draw. And we got it, boys. Good old Vile Standstill.
All right.
It's gonna be your turn.
So we pretty much have no option but to just crack that standstill because, you know, we just lose.
If you let me, like, we can't play Drago in this spot because, again, this represents so much pressure to it, even though it does get better once you crack the standstill. Or does it?
I will play Marsh Flats.
Yep.
Deathright Shaman.
Okay, so first off, we're going to let Standstill resolve.
Sure.
To see if we have additional options from that. Deathright Shaman resolves.
Okay. Pass the turn.
Okay. You have 4 cards in hand?
Yes.
So I am pretty leery of him having some removal spells here, so I think I'm gonna untap. Ugh. This is pretty gross. So we're gonna go ahead and Wasteland your Underground Sea.
Okay. I will float a blue.
All right, move to combat.
Sure.
Go ahead and Vapor Snag your Deathright Shaman.
Sure. Go to 18.
Pass turn.
Alright. Draw. That may actually be a reasonable card this game, based on the way it's played out. Normally, this isn't that exciting, but...
Uh-oh.
Play Deathright Shaman.
Yep.
I'll say go ahead. I could use this, but I want to save it until we really need to find out what we want to use it on.
Yeah,
So.
we're in the same position this turn. Ugh. I don't like very many of our options. Go ahead and kill your Underground Sea here.
Okay.
Then play Standstill.
Okay.
Right, pass turn.
Cards in hand.
4.
Again, I don't think we have any option but to just crack his standstill. Since he has Vile, he's definitely going to outpace us, even though we have like a Deathright in play. Like, that's not gonna erase whatever he might have in his hand. So,
So I'm gonna draw 6 extra cards and still lose this game.
I mean, that's the hope. I'm gonna play Stoneforge Mystic.
Alright, so first off, we're gonna crack Standstill.
Yep. I might draw into like a Force of Will.
Whee! This is actually, so now we get to have some fun here. Not a whole lot of fun, but at least it's interesting. Okay, so he's got 3 cards in hands, and again, we can't ever let that resolve. So we're gonna go ahead and play Force.
Okay.
Pitching Curse Catcher.
All right.
So I'll go to 15.
All right. So unfortunately, our Stone Force does not resolve, and it is your go.
All right. Now we'll go ahead and flash in
Okay.
our Lord.
Still during unstep.
Yep.
I'm going to exile a wasteland.
Wastelands.
Yeah, and I'm gonna. Actually, that seems bad. No, we're actually gonna just pass the turn, or say it's fine.
Okay.
But upkeep, we're
Okay.
going to exile wasteland and then path to exile. The reason to do it upkeep so he doesn't get use out of the land he gets, and I don't think he, like, days or force of will doesn't change. Like if he has spell pierce or something, then we get blown out by doing it like this. But
Well, you do have days. Let's see. So we'll just assume that you did that after the Aether Ball trigger, right?
sure,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. So we do have days here, but all it would really make him do is to crack his Marsh Flats, and I don't even know if that's going to be good enough, especially because he still has access to 1,000,000 mana with Underground Sea. He does only have 2 cards in hand, but Magic is tough. Yeah, otherwise, like if you did it while this was still on the stack, I could like, move it to 3 and then get some use out of this, but we got some decisions to make. Nope, it's fine. Alright, so we'll go up to that's Path, right?
It is path, yep.
Good, I didn't want those cards anyways.
Another standstill, and then like 3 lords or something.
Yeah.
I don't think. Yeah, I don't want those cards either.
Hopefully we
Even
can
though he's drawn 6 extra cards, we're actually not like. I would say we're like maybe a little bit behind right now, but it's not by a lot.
It's not by a whole lot. Alright. Alright, so draw for turn.
Yep.
Okay. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and play our Ridgery.
Sure.
And then say go.
I've seen worse.
Have you?
Yep. You have 3 cards in hand.
That is correct.
I'm gonna crack this.
Yep, go 17.
And get an Underground Sea and Thoughtseize you.
That's actually perfect for us. So it's 2 things. And you have 2 cards in hand after that, right?
Correct.
Okay. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and flash in Lord of Atlantis.
Okay.
And then we're going to let him take our days. I mean, I guess theoretically we could return an island to make you pay for it. Because, I mean, there's no way that you don't pay for it. So, let's see. The actual better play would have been, at this point, so we're going to go ahead and daze that.
Okay.
Thoughtseize. So, again, assuming that you're going to pay for it.
It's actually that actually puts a very interesting decision on my plate.
Yeah.
So, of whether to pay for it or not. Because
You have other stuff you want to be doing.
yeah, I have other stuff I want to play. So So I know your hand, and I know that it's beneficial for me to not pay for it here. But I'm actually like, I don't want to use that information to affect my decision. But at the same time, I'm not sure if I actually would pay for it or not.
That's
So
okay.
it's like
Just go with your gut. Your ever decreasing gut. Yeah, sorry guys, that was some sloppy play on my part, which makes it a little awkward. But also,
I'm gonna like get countered. That might
yeah.
come off wrong, but
No, it's fine. It is what it
Okay.
is. I played sloppy, got punished. Okay.
go ahead.
Alright, so in the turn we're gonna violin our lord here.
Okay.
Alright. Good.
So there's basically two lines of play here. I think we do this upkeep.
Okay.
I would prefer to do this like mid-combat, try to blow you out, but I think it's safer because if you draw a counterspell, then I just get screwed.
Yeah.
So I'm going to exile your Wasteland out of blue.
Yep.
Play Stonefort, or Snapcaster, choosing Path, and I'm going to Path your Lord of Atlantis.
Rats. So not only was my play sloppy, it was also wrong. No, but I mean, with 2 cards in your hand, I mean, it's a decent assumption, but...
So we're hoping he doesn't draw into a Lord here, basically.
Yeah, Silvergill Adept would be perfect in this spot.
Yeah, Silvergill would be sick for you.
You have 1 card in hand?
I do.
Is it good?
It's reasonable.
Okay. I'll allow it. Alright,
Okay.
so draw turn.
It might not be relevant this game, though. but
Really?
Did you just draw a Lord?
Bing! Alright, so when we do this, we're actually going to... Doesn't matter what we do here. Because, I mean, I have to use targets for this Ruger. I'm trying to see if...
Like
what the best
untap
way to do it would
my
be.
Wasteland or something.
Yeah,
Untap my Deathrite. Like
Untap your Deathrite for maximum value for there. No, we'll just go ahead and untap Island here.
Sure.
And then we'll get in for 3.
14.
And then we'll Wasteland your
Yep.
Underground Sea. And then pass the turn. Second Caracas.
So Forge Mystic. So this is actually interesting, whether to get Jet or to get Batterskull here. The advantage of Jet is we can start killing his lords. The disadvantage is we only have 3 mana, so it takes us a while to get that active. Batterskull doesn't kill his lords, but can basically start gaining us life, like, right away. It's actually pretty close. I'm actually not sure what the best choice is here.
Because if you get Jet, draw land, then you're pretty firmly in control.
Right. I think if you draw another Lord, I'm dead either way.
Yeah.
So I'm at 14 right now. I'm gonna get Jet. That could be wrong, but we're gonna get Jet and hope that pans out.
Yeah.
So Jet offers us a lot more board control and inevitability than Batterskull does here.
But it does give us an out in that if you don't draw a land, because you're not really accustomed to drawing a whole bunch in this match.
True. If I don't draw a land,
or if I have a way to kill your Deathrite Shaman, or if I draw a Wasteland. Okay.
then it takes us 2 turns to get that thing going.
Yeah.
So it's your go.
Okay.
Brick City. Definitely not a brick.
What's the opposite of bricking here?
Silvergill up.
No.
Oh, another Regery. Oh, Kira. Okay. Well, that makes that Jet look miserable.
So we could offer the 2-for-1 here, but all my guys already have evasion. And again, if I draw any Lord, then he's just pretty dead. So I think I'm pretty comfortable with it just attacking for 3. Actually, you don't have any islands. What am I talking about?
Oh, I don't even have. Oh yeah, I don't have any
Yeah, we
islands.
just totally messed up on that one.
Yeah, I could have blocked last turn.
Yeah, dummy. All right, so that does change things.
That actually
in that
does.
We're going to attack with the squad here, I think. Yeah, wow. The epitome of professional play. All right, so yeah, I guess we'll bash here.
Interesting.
I ain't scared of no Jet.
Yeah, I should have gotten Batterskull then. So that was a huge punt. Yeah, Batterskull is infinitely better if you don't have Island Walk. Um,
I actually knew that ahead of time. I was just so far in your head.
really?
That
Yeah. I'm sure. So I want to kill a lord here. But I have to throw away 2 creatures to do it.
Yep.
And I'm not sure. I think I have to keep Deathrite for the mana. So I guess we'll try this.
All right, no violent our other lord. All right, so you're taking 3, going to 11.
Yep.
And then we're going to pass the turn.
All right. Something good.
Batter Skull.
That was about the worst possible.
See who can punt less in this match? Legacy's a tough format, folks.
We will play Jits.
Yep.
And go.
Perfect. Silvergill Adept.
Yep.
I'm tempted to just untap my Aether Vial just in case I draw another.
It's only when you
Silvergill Adept.
it's only when you
Yeah.
cast. So
Yeah. No.
you don't actually get to use it.
I understand.
Yep.
All right. So
Untap the Jit.
untap the Jet. All right. So we'll battle in there.
All right. I'll go to 7.
And go.
All right. A land would
No
be
land.
pretty sweet.
No land. Bob.
It's not a land.
I know exactly why you want to land too.
Yeah.
To be able to use Caracas on Kira. And
Yep.
then- yep.
Yep, absolutely.
We're trying to make up for our previous punts by going off book here.
God. Yeah, if this was Batterskull right now, things would be very different.
Yeah, if that was an island, things would be very different. Yeah, I'm still standing firm by saying that I was so far in your head. So it was,
Okay,
it was
right.
only you who was making
Yeah.
a mistake. We'll go with that for posterity's sake. Although right now I wouldn't give you an Underground Sea.
I'm going to equip to Deathrite.
Yep.
And I'm just going to say go.
Okay. Could we be drawing any better?
Probably not, actually. Sure.
All right. So if we attack, yeah. No decisions here. Even if he does get to do some sweet things next turn, but he has to block. So
Block your Regery.
really, 3 damage. Two
Yeah, I
damage.
know. I'm aware. Let's see. Let's block the Regery.
Yep.
I'll exile your Wastelands. Cast Brainstorm.
You got it.
So get 2 counters on this. I'll take
5.
Yeah, I'll take 5. Go to 2. Alright. I'm not sure there's any way we can win this.
Terminus.
True. If we
Flip
had that
the
in our
table.
deck, yeah. I mean, I think we just have to break the shield and then kill him.
Yep. I mean, other than that, like yeah, because even like next turn, if you Caracas to break the shield and kill Kira, like you need like swords plus that, and I think you're still dead.
Yep. I mean, we'll try for it. I'll get an island and ponder.
All right, go to 1.
Or, yeah, because I actually don't even have any underground seas left in my deck. So
Whee!
might as well get a Tundra, I guess, then. And, yeah. I don't think there's anything we can draw here, but
Might as well.
yeah.
Well, you get 4 chances to look at no answers in your deck.
Exactly.
So.
That third Wasteland, man, that was
Classic.
yeah. We're
No, you do.
okay. Let's get that
Come
4th
on.
chance. All right, let's
Come
get that
on,
4th
buddy.
chance.
Don't sell yourself short. I believe in you.
Do you?
Eh.
All right, I'm gonna have to ask you to cut then.
Okay. Is it okay if I actually look through your deck and then find the best possible one?
No.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Let's
take I wouldn't take advantage of that situation at all.
I'll cast this off of Wasteland Caracas.
Allow it.
We'll equip and get in. All right, you got
All right.
it. So, yeah.
Good games.
Games.
Okay. Well, that was our playtest video, guys. As you can see, some of the games weren't really indicative of how the match actually plays out, particularly when you attack, when you bluff, having your Merfolk have Island Walk on your opponent's turn. But, again,
That was a pretty sick bluff you had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you never would have caught it unless I mentioned it.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was kind of cool because there were a lot of decisions that we had to make, and again, the interaction between Caracas and removal spells for Curious not something that
Yeah.
might normally come up. So it's good to get those out in the open for that.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it was sweet. Like, there's a lot of, like, especially in post-board games, there's,
Yeah.
like, a lot of different, like, things that can happen. Like, yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of, like, unique events that can happen in a game like this. Actual interactive things that, happen in interactive games of Magic.
Yeah.
Not sure.
A lot of interacting going on.
Not
here,
sure
huh?
what an interactive game of Magic is, but if I did know,
we'll
yeah.
have
Yeah.
one of those eventually.
Right.
But again, having played this matchup a little bit, how do you feel? Who do you think is a little bit favored?
It's hard to say, to be honest. I think it's
Yeah.
actually pretty close. Like, I've played this matchup a bunch of times from both sides of the table, actually.
Yeah.
But like, my Stoneblade list is like enough of a deviant from the standard that it's hard to say. Like, I have like Dark Confidants and Deathrite Shamans,
Which is just like KO's Merfolk.
yeah.
pretty
So those are
easily.
like a lot different than like the standard Stoneblade list. So like, I'd have to play more of the matchup to really say.
Okay.
Like, I think from these games it seemed pretty close.
Yeah, and so we're going to be showing this after the Invitational. Is that correct? Okay. So is this what you played last week at
Yeah.
the Invitational?
This is what I top 34 the Invitational with last week. So yeah.
No, we got to sell it up. This is what we met in the finals. No, that's way too bold. Don't worry, we'll fix that in post, guys. But again, BBD, always a pleasure. I hope you feel better.
Thank you.
And I hope you were healthy last week for the Invitational.
Yeah, I hope last week when I top 17th,
Okay.
the Invitational, that I was healthy at that point in time. So
All right, always a pleasure.
Yeah.
Thanks for the games.
It was
Thanks for
great
watching,
games.
guys.
See you later.